I'm Coach Duquesa, and I thought I'd come on for a moment and just talk to you for a few moments about how much you understand the divine essence that's inside of you. Each of us has a divine essence in us. The power of the divine, it's inside of us and it actually expresses itself to us. It speaks to us in various forms. It speaks to us by instinctive messages. We instinctively know what to do or what not to do or where to go or who to talk to. That instinct is being prompted by the divine inside of us, and it also provides divine guidance. It gives us messages that speaks directly to our hearts. Sometimes the divine speaks to us through dreams, but the power of the divine actually resides in each one of us. As women, our roles are to nurture, to teach, to heal, and to love. I mean, as women, we are the bearers of unconditional love. We give birth, and as women that give birth or who are responsible for giving birth, we are the nurturers of the world. Good morning, Coach T. Thank you so much for popping in. As women, we bring inner beauty. We bring inner beauty and love to the world. But we can only do that. We can only show up in the fullness of the power of the divine residing inside of us. We can only show up with our inner beauty and our love when we heal from the challenges and the brokenness that we may have experienced through life. We oftentimes have to heal from situations in life that kill the spirit girl that resides in us as well. I mean, just think about it for a moment. Whenever you hit a hard situation or whenever you are mistreated by an individual, it speaks to the little girl inside of you, and that can be traced back to our childhood simply because our little girls were nurtured or not nurtured. Our little girls were affirmed or not affirmed. Our little girls were properly groomed or not. And a lot of our hurt, unresolved pain and hurt actually can be traced back to our childhood years. And so, based on the situations we found ourselves in as little girls, we could have either had our spirits nurtured or we could have had our spirits actually broken. We were taught like to be afraid instead of to be curious, to investigate, to find out information. We were shut down. We were told to sit down, to be quiet, girl, to be seen, not to be heard. And so we were basically shut down and put into little boxes instead of being allowed to just roam all over the place and just enjoy the curiosity and the excitement that comes with the learning. In addition to that, we were also taught how to be followers instead of leaders. A leader stands out. A leader is somebody that is in control of a situation or in control of a project, and that leader has every responsibility. But we were taught to fit in. We were taught to go with the crowd. We were taught to not make waves. When we really should have been taught that it's okay to be a leader, it's okay to be seen, it's okay to be smart, it's okay to use our gifts and talents, it's okay to be different from other people. We were actually taught to just be cookie cutter and to follow along. We desire to be loved. We desire to be loved, to be affirmed, to be accepted. We desire to be appreciated. And oftentimes our experiences didn't lead us to that. And so we put on a veil of and a mask that says that those things that we desire aren't important to us. So we put the love that we want. We put the acceptance, the appreciation, the value that we really want other people to give us on the back burner, and we get buried in our careers. We get buried in the things that we're passionate about while hiding the fact that we really have this void inside of us. And this void is something that we want to be filled with love, with appreciation, with value. And we act as if the things that matter to us really don't matter. The way that we get past that is to bring the darkness inside of us into the glorious light. The light exposes all of our inner secrets, all of our skeletons, all of our secret thoughts. We have to allow the light to caress the hurt and the broken parts of us. And while we do that, we can then begin the process of healing. I want to encourage you, and you've heard it before, and I want to re emphasize it today. To thy own self be true. We can't hide from ourselves. We know our innermost feelings. We know our innermost secrets. We know our innermost desires. We cannot hide from ourselves. So, in order to heal that, in order to come into the light and allow the light to make the darkness go away, there are a few things that we need to do. And I want to share 7 of them very quickly with you this morning. The first thing that we have to do is face ourselves. We have to look at ourselves for who we truly are. Knowing is half of the battle. When we know who we are and we face ourselves, we know our truths, we know our secrets, we know our hidden desires, we know the things that have brought us pain. When we intimately know us, then we can start to accept that these experiences form a part of who we are. We can accept ourselves. This is who I am today. That doesn't necessarily mean that who we are today is who we need to be a month from now, 6 months from now, or even a year from now. So the first thing is to face yourself. The second thing is to accept what you find when you face yourself. The third thing is to determine, now that you see yourself, now that you accept yourself, what changes do you want to make? Who do I want to become? When I show up in the world, what do I want people to see in me? Determine what changes you want. What do you really want to embrace? What career do you really want? What type of love life do you really want? And not allow yourself to bury those things, but just be real with yourself. Determine the path that you would like for your life to take in all of the areas that are important to you. The fourth thing is to then take action on those things that you've determined you want in your life. Creating a plan, determining what you want is not going to make that happen automatically. We then have to be courageous enough to take the bold steps to become the people that we want to be, to have the careers that we want to have, to follow the passions that we want to experience in our lives. So take action on the things that you determine you want. The fifth thing I want to share with you is to give yourself grace. Stop opening your wounds over and over and over again. You've already faced yourself. You've already accepted what you found. You've already determined that you want to make some changes. You've started to take action. Now give yourself some grace and stop picking at the scabs of your past. Grab the lessons from your past and keep moving forward. Stop bringing yourself down. Encourage yourself. Motivate yourself. Inspire yourself instead of bringing yourself down. The sixth thing I want to share with you is to stay aware. Stay in awareness of what you're doing. Always be aware of your actions are aligning with the person, the place, the people that you determine you want for your life. We have to sit in awareness every day and ask ourselves those important questions. Does this align with the life that I want? Will these actions take me towards my determined results? So stay in awareness, and being in awareness is how we become intentional about creating the lives that we want. The seventh and final thing I'd like to encourage you to do is stay in your authenticity. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about the path that you've determined for your life. Be authentic in your actions. Don't do it because society is dictated, but by 30 you should be married, by 35 you should have 2 kids. Don't allow society to put the pressure on you to do and be something that you're not. Don't allow your family to cause you to do things that you don't want to do. If you want to be a doctor, go for it. Even if your parents want you to be a lawyer, it is your life and you have to be courageous enough to follow the passions of your heart. Don't be concerned if your best friends or your associates start to ask, who do you think you are? Because you are growing and you're staying in personal growth and development and you're going after the things that bring you joy. That's just a determination or action or indication that you need new associates associates, you need new friends, you need cheerleaders in your life. So don't allow other people to influence the decisions that you need to make for your own happiness. Stay authentic to your desires as you take action to become the best and highest version of you. As I close today's live, I want to remind you that there is indeed a divine essence inside of you. It's inside of you and it's just waiting on you. It's waiting on you to face yourself, to acknowledge what you find, to determine what you want to do with your life. It's waiting on you to take action, to give yourself grace as it guides you, to stay in awareness and to stay authentic. The divine power in you is there as your source of inspiration and motivation to go make those dreams reality. Today is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays, we talk about going after those limitless dreams. The way we accomplish those limitless dreams, though, is that we must first understand who we are and the force that drives us. Take care, happy hump day, and I hope this burst of inspiration allows you to be infused enough to kill this day and give it your best. Bye.